it be, I'm going to let you be seated right after this, but could it be that you remember in the Old Testament, God said to Isaiah, I'm doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? And now he's talking to the disciples and he's saying, do you not see what I'm doing? Do you not understand? Could it be that it's impossible to understand a spiritual discipline without application? Oh, could it be it's impossible to understand a spiritual discipline without application? I played a lot of sports growing up. My predominant sport was baseball. What I understood about swinging a baseball bat with perfection is I could not watch somebody else do it and just learn by watching them and what they're doing. I had to put into practice what I saw them doing until swinging the baseball bat became second nature, until there was enough muscle memory so that I could do it with my eyes closed. I had to apply what I saw, what I heard, and what I learned. What are you looking at? Do you understand? What I'm trying to say is we got to develop some spiritual faith muscles, some memory, spiritual faith muscles. And you don't just develop that by coming to church one time a week. And it's more than putting a post up about how much you love Jesus on social media, but then the next thing you cussing somebody out. It's more than saying, you know what, I'm gonna love like Jesus, but yet you're living with unforgiveness. It's one thing to say, I'm gonna walk the path that Jesus wants me to walk, and I'm gonna talk the talk that Jesus wants me to talk, but you gossiping about people. Do you not see it? What are you looking at? Do you not understand? So Jesus is talking to the disciples in this process. Listen to me. Remember, the conversation started about bread. They're rowing the boat across the lake. Oh, is he mad because we didn't bring any bread? Jesus is not trying to fill up their bellies. Jesus is trying to fill up their spirit. Jesus is not trying to build them physically. Jesus is trying to build them spiritually. Jesus is saying, listen, you were just a spectator of a miracle that I did, but I need you to become more than a spectator. I need you to become a participant in your spiritual walk. So he's forming them into they, and he's saying, you know what, it's more than just the title of disciple. You guys, I'm calling you disciples, but sometimes, we'll get a title, Tim, and we think the title has caused us to arrive. But can I tell you something? When God gives you a title, it's like in the Old Testament days, you were given a name and you had to grow into that name. The responsibility started with the name. Sometimes we get the title and we think we have arrived. No, your responsibility just started. It's more than just being a disciple. It's more than just having a Christian moniker on your social media. It's more than scoring a touchdown in the Super Bowl and pointing to heaven. Your faith has to begin to work in such a way that the more you work your faith, the more you recognize God's faithfulness. Can I tell you something? The more you're in the doings of God, the more doings of God will be in your life. The more things you do with God, the more you'll recognize the things God is trying to do in you. You see, it is your willingness to step out in faith that makes you discover the faithfulness of God. Y'all are not hearing me. It's your willingness to say, you know what, I'm gonna walk through that door because I know God's gonna be faithful when I get on the other side. I'm gonna begin to give in that offering because I believe God is gonna be faithful. It is God's faithfulness that matches your faith and your willingness to step out. I'm gonna forgive that person even though they hurt me, and then you're gonna see and recognize the faithfulness of God. So here is, thank you, Kathy. Thank you very much. You can stop. I forgot you were over there. So Jesus is like, guys, you're still not recognizing what I'm doing. I'm trying to open up a door for you that I want you to walk through, but you're not going to be able to see the door if you don't fully understand, if you're not looking at the right things. You're looking at a simple loaf of bread while you're in the boat with the bread of life. You're looking at the lack and you've forgotten the miracle that I've just done. You're looking at the obstacle, but you're not looking at the source of your strength. And he begins to try to build into their spirit. And remember talking about doors. In week number 1, I took you to Matthew chapter 7. And in Matthew chapter 7, Jesus says something. He says, ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. He's talking about our prayer life. He's talking about our spiritual life. He's talking about our connection to him. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. A couple of verses later, he connects the asking of our faith, the spiritual awakening of our faith, to the doing of our faith. Because he says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So he connects our spiritual journey and our spirit being built, because ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you, with the responsibility of doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. They're contiguous. They're connected. They're not exclusive from one another. Let me go one step further. When you're looking at that passage of scripture, what he's saying is, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. It's God's responsibility to open up the door. But what we do when we get inside the room is our responsibility. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So what he's doing is he's preparing the disciples for the door that he's about to open, so that when they get into the room, they make the impact that they need to make. Are you following this? He's saying, so what are you looking at? Do you not understand? I'm about to walk you into a doorway. I'm going to open it up. That's my responsibility. But what you do when you get inside this room, you've got to make an impact when you're inside of this room. And I'm trying to raise you up, and I'm trying to get you ready for it. And I'm trying to speak into your spirit. I'm trying to keep you from looking at the obstacle and looking at the lack and looking at the problem. And I'm wanting you to remember the things that I've done in your life, so that you'll step out in faith and recognize my faithfulness.